In 1997, a man did something that still doesn't make sense. He didn't guess or make a vague prediction. He wrote down the exact date of his own death, not just the year or the month, the day, the hour, and even how it would happen. Everyone laughed it off. Doctors said he was perfectly healthy. His family said he was overthinking, but when that day finally arrived, everything he wrote happened exactly as he described. His name was Jonathan Reed. He wasn't famous, rich, or involved in anything strange. He was an engineer with a normal life and a stable job. He had no serious medical conditions, the kind of person you'd never expect for such a mystery. But Jonathan had one unusual habit. He kept a journal, not just occasionally, but every single day. He wrote about his thoughts and his dreams. Sometimes he wrote things he couldn't explain. For years, his journal was completely normal, until one entry changed everything. On one page, Jonathan wrote something different. He started with, "I don't have much time left." He didn't sound scared. He sounded certain. He had a deep certainty that his life had an ending point. And according to him, that ending was close. A few pages later, he wrote the date. November 14th, 1997, at exactly 6:20 p.m. No explanation, no reasoning, just that exact moment. He wrote that he would not be alive after that time. When his wife found the journal, she thought it was a joke. She took him to doctors immediately, full checkups, blood tests, scans. The results came back completely normal. Jonathan was perfectly healthy. As the weeks passed, Jonathan began to change, in subtle, unsettling ways. He started organizing documents, paying off small debts, and giving away personal belongings. He reached out to old friends he hadn't spoken to in years. Not to say goodbye directly, but enough to feel final. When asked what was wrong, he simply said, "It's not something I can fix." The strangest part was his description of the event. He wrote that he would be killed by a metal object in a place where nothing dangerous should exist. To anyone reading it later, it sounded absurd. There was no reason for something like that to happen. Then November 14th arrived. Jonathan woke up calm. He ate breakfast and went to work normally. At 5:45 p.m., he left work early for a walk. He went to a public park and sat on a bench. People reported seeing him sitting there quietly. At 6:19 p.m., Jonathan was still alive. 1 minute later, a metal sign suddenly broke loose. There was no storm, no strong wind, no warning. The structure failed due to a rare mechanical defect. The metal panel fell directly onto Jonathan. He died instantly. The time was recorded as 6:20 p.m. After the incident, authorities investigated the area. Engineers confirmed it should not have failed. There was no clear explanation. The date, the time, and the method all matched exactly. So how did Jonathan know? Some say it was an impossible coincidence. Others believe it was subconscious behavior. But Jonathan couldn't control when that sign would fall. And he couldn't know the exact minute it would happen. Can some people sense the future? Can the human mind pick up on things we don't understand? Or was Jonathan's fate fixed long ago? If you could know the exact moment your life would end, would you want to know?